Hi everyone, this is Koji from Celestial Rhythms. Today I want to talk about the Mayan calendar, the Dreamspell, and how it amazingly synchronizes with that powerful time we are in right now. I think this is not debatable anymore. It is definitely so. So this is a 260-day rhythm we're talking about. 260 is a powerful number. It's the gestation period of the human baby. By one way of looking at it, it's 10 lunar months pretty much. A little bit short of that, 27.3 days is one exact lunar cycle against the stars. So 260 also resonates with the fractal of 26,000 light years, which the Earth is away from the galactic center. There's a whole bunch of that 260 frequency in there in our lives if we look closer. 260 is divided by 5, and then we have 52 days each, which are the 5 castles. So this present round started on March the 30th with one image. Then the first section are the first 4 cycles. First is Imish, then Ish, that's the wizard. Then you read vertical down here, and then you come to Manik, and then the 4th is Ahau. And this first part, first 52 days, they are called the Red Eastern Castle, which is the creation of light. That's the description they give, which is the creation of a new intention, of a new idea, of a new focus. And that was short after that powerful spring equinox, which started that crazy spell with, you remember, Saturn entering on spring equinox Aquarius, which I immediately saw this would be a crazy time, as it was on the global ascendant dead on that Saturn, which pretty much in a nutshell said, yes, this was a time of retreat. So we have come out on the other end of that phase on July 1st. I talked about that in another video when Saturn re-entered Capricorn. Now, again, it's the synchronization of the Mayan calendar I want to focus on here this time. So that first castle of the creation of the new intention, that started on March 30th. It lasted to May 19th. On May 20th, we entered the second castle, which is the White Northern Castle, which is about the purification of light, the purification of the intent, to get everything in line, to build the whole arsenal, to create the structure in the background. And then when we enter the center castle, which is the blue Western Castle, which started on July the 12th, and this will take us all the way into August till here. And I did do write that down shortly, actually till September the 1st, transformation of the light. The path here is to merge with the world. The center, the blue, is about merging energy, bringing yin and yang together, experiencing oceanic oneness. This is one way of seeing it, of really bringing everything together into synchronicity. This adventure is unpretentious and radiates nobility. Focused dedication to the mission gives rise to the inner strength necessary to surrender the ego unto existence. Cooperation and compromise are easy during that time and come natural. Joining and relating with others is bringing inspiration and will open up Surprising new gateways. This is about daring to be bold, sharing creative talents, and openly express your truth. So that's a very general description of this centerpiece of the Mayan calendar, which we have entered, as I say, here on with one Chikchan, the wave of the snake, which we are in now on day 7 as I do this recording. The center of that wave, and just want to show you here, this is the this is right here, I have it. This is starroute.com. This is one of the places on the internet where you can calculate any day into the Mayan signature. You see here down is a window where you can enter dates. So this is today's reading, and it is the blue resonant monkey. This is the day we're talking about in the 13-day sequence. The monkey, I read you here. Okay, so first it's a galactic activation portal. Yes, I already mentioned that. Let's just quickly go back here to the graph. See, it's the red days, and these galactic activation portals are days where a higher dimensional frequency is overlaid onto reality, onto our reality, where there's an interaction going on between galactic frequencies and earthen frequencies, if you want, and you see this amazing overlay. Even it looks like one of these images they only found after we were able to fly in Peru and Nazca, the Nazca lines. Many of you are aware of those. That's kind of what it is. It's a pattern which you only can see if you stand far enough back and overlook the whole thing. So we are today on the 7th day, Chuen. That's the monkey. The power of illusion, magic happens on these days, and there's that playfulness involved. It's a day which belongs to the western direction. Each day again of these 20 characters has a direction in itself. So Chikchan is the base energy of this present 13-day cycle. Chikchan is about our instincts connecting with the belly and relating to that level where we know how to survive best, how to adjust to all the unexpected twists and turns which are coming our way. So it is really a time of centering in many ways. It's amazing. I want to throw this in here quickly. I will go a bit deeper into that in a minute. It is amazing, the synchronicity with the COMET NEOWISE. I'm sure you all have meanwhile been reading about that in many places. Hopefully you were able to see it already. I'm still waiting for a good day because we had clouds in the western sky every night so far, so I'm very much looking forward to that. So let me read you the poem here by Jose Argüelles, which says, I channel in order to play. That's for today, particularly for today. Inspiring illusion, I seal the process of magic with the resonant tone of attunement. I am guided by the power of abundance. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. So it's an invitation we get on portal days to connect with that higher frequency, to just be, relax, and let that penetrate. So these are usually days with greater challenges, but also greater potentials in general. So persons born on portal days, they usually have greater missions than their personal life. They have to accept a greater challenge than people which are born not on portal days. That's kind of maybe a bit of an overstatement, but it goes in that direction. So as we go here into the next few days, we have a few more portals. That would be tomorrow, that is the 19th, the 20th, 21st, 22nd. Okay, why I'm circling this one in? You might already know this is the day when the comet NEOWISE, Neo, who became wise, remember the Matrix? I guess there's a resonance there. A friend of mine pointed that out. Makes total sense. This is the higher mind in resonance with existence, that the right words come in pretty much coincidentally, because in fact this NEOWISE is an acronym for Near Earth Object, Wide, Infrared, Surveyor, Explorer, or something like that. So it's unreal how this then comes as a comet's name. There were actually several comets, if you go to NASA's website, who were already found with that surveying satellite. But this is the first and only one which brings out a real good display, and yeah, it's so exciting. I mean, comets are some very special ingredient because they are totally unforeseen. They're wild cards. They're opening a whole new door, a whole new direction, even just that so many people are all of a sudden looking up to the sky again, away from their cell phones and devices. I guess this in itself is indicating something of greater dimensions is coming in, is happening, which really, simply said, blows a hole into that narrow tunnel vision most people are living in. And so let me just go back here now to my slide, my write-up, because I want to show you this is what's going on over the next 2 months roughly. So we're now in that phase of the blue western castle. That center part, let me just show you once more, of the calendar. From, again, July the 11th through, let me, yeah, I should bring up this, I can't keep it in mind. From the 13th to the 22nd, that's the 10 galactic activation portals in the Chikchan wave. We covered that. Then on 25th of July till August 6th, we enter the Etznamp wave, the mirror wave, which is here. That's the 25th, and that leads us into the center column, which are the core days from August. Let me just go there again. My memory is really not that great right now. From the 28th of July to the 16th of August. These are the 20 core days, the central column, which is, I guess it's easy to conceive that these are very special days, and that is happening every 260 days. So I have repeatedly shared when these days happen. If you tune into Celestial Rhythms, the Facebook page there. I regularly post about things like that. That's where past and future meet, where kind of time dissolves on a subtle level, where we come much more into the now. It's really the balance point between the two, the past and the future, and where new creations are most potently rooting in. It's when new ideas stream in at high speed. So again, it's overlapping with that time the comet is really bright. It's supposed to be really nicely visible till August 7 at least, maybe even longer than that if it keeps its brightness. Then, okay, on July 27th, this is another special day to mark in your calendar. That's called a season day. This is an overlaying cycle in the Mayan calendar of 65 days, which are the days when the wheel is spun again, when it receives a new... It's kind of like you're turning the wheel of fortune again. You're re-spinning it up to high speed, putting energy into it. So that's a day to think of. This is a great day to set intentions, and usually on these days quite powerful things are happening which will unfold over the coming whatever 2 months around. Then yes, the core column leading us into August 16, and this consists of the Etznab wave on one side, the first part, and that is till August 6. Etznab is the mirror. This is usually a time of reaching our limits, of going to places we usually wouldn't go to. It's kind of that peak performance and going to the maximum of our capacities, capabilities to find out what's possible. It's really an adventurous energy which goes to the edge of what we are comfortable with even. So it's really deep time too. Then with the Chuen wave, this is the same energy we have today. That is exactly 20 days away. That then will initiate the 13 days ruled by the monkey. This playfulness, we have arrived at a maturation point at August 6th. This would be, and then comes that we start using all that information and understanding to rebuild, to restructure, and that's what this is really all about, to lay the foundation for that golden age, which is just dawning on the horizon. Very first it becomes clear it's coming, but it's not yet here. First we have to work through the exposition of darkness. It's kind of an unveiling which is happening. I just want to throw this in. I just had this thought. It's like there's a big construction project going on and it's still covered. It's like the artist is still hammering on the rock, but nobody's allowed to see it yet. Many new things are put in place, and it then also will happen in multiple stages, the unveiling. The first part is the unveiling of all that which has to be removed, which has to be dealt with. And once this is over, once we have become okay with allowing for that, and naturally after the first stage of rage and anger widespread, which will be a real problem, which we have to understand. It's coming our way. We have to be really there at service to be ready to heal and forgive, because in the end we're all part of it, we're all one. Just want to throw this in. But what I want to then further say is, as we move into August, there is another sequence of 10 core days within this castle of the blue castle of can I say of okay, let me just look it up. It's just too many things on my mind, I guess. The transformation of the light, a very, very big word, transformation. It is really, transformation only is possible after we first understand what is and receive it fully, and then we transform it through our love, our attention, our caring. We bring it into a new context, into a new arrangement. That is that monkey energy which kicks in on the 7th of August, leading us into the 19th, then the 20th of August, into the end of September. This is the wave of the seed. This is when then the new seed is planted, and then there's another 10-day stretch of galactic activation portals. And let me just show you again. That is August 22nd till the 31st. Okay, so I want to leave you with this. Just one more thing I want to throw in, again leading back to the comet. When NEOWISE was discovered on March the 27th of this year, this was 11 at snap. The third last day of the previous 260-day cycle. 11 at snap is the white spectral mirror. The last wave in general is about completion and perfection and excellence and bring everything to highest standards. So it's interesting that the mirror day, the spectral day, which mirrors that whole reality, which is an amazing day overall, as it has this double mirror energy in it, the 11 adding on another level of that, of seeing oneself in a different location. It's bi-local almost, the 11. It's that also what the Mayans say, it's the integration of the new into the existing, and for that it's a unification too. Then NEOWISE had its perihelion, and that was really the day which surprised all the people who are involved with comets, because usually many have disappeared in that stage when they come closer to the sun, exposed to all the heat, the radiation, the solar wind. So NEOWISE survived, and that was this day here. That was again a portal day. I guess one would almost expect that, but it's really nice to have the confirmation. Keep as the warrior. That was the red overtone warrior. The warrior, naturally, it's an easy word to understand. An added connotation the Mayans give, it's the warrior goes into the desert, into a remote and certainly not friendly place, to experience his own power, to understand how he can survive, to what limit he can go, And when I say he, I mean this is an archetype. Regardless, you will understand. So this warrior energy, and this day was guided by the seed, which is interestingly enough the wave, the 13-day wave, which will be starting on August 7. So yes, there's lots and lots to look forward to. Now the last one I wanna just end this here again is the 11 MAYAN, that is the blue spectral eagle, the 22nd of July, which is probably quite an amazing day in general, as so many hints have been given also from, you might have seen this tweet by JFK Jr. Anyway, there's something brewing about releasing information who is behind Q. Just want to throw that one in here too. It is the moment when the comet's energy is most interactive with us, earthlings. On perihelion, this was the relationship the comet has with the sun when it reached its closest moment in its many thousand years of journey, of coming in, of coming closer, being pulled in by the sun's gravitational field. And then at that moment when it's closest to the sun, when the centrifugal energy, the build-up of speed, the momentum reaches the equilibrium to the gravitational pull from the sun. So that's the moment when the centrifugal forces become greater, and when for the first time the comet knows it will survive and it will shoot out again into the universe, having given the birth in a way for a whole other 6,000 year cycle. That's what the scientists tell us. And an interesting detail is that the whole orbital path was changed at that moment. Before perihelion, astronomers calculated that the comet had about a 4,800 year cycle. That means it was here about 4,800 years ago. And after that passage, that critical passage closest to the sun on the 3rd of July, now it's on a path which only brings it back in about 6,000 years. So that's that was a magical moment in creation, as it rerouted, replaced a celestial body. On the 22nd, 11 MAYAN, that's the blue spectral eagle. The eagle stands for vision and understanding, the power of insight. The 11 again is a power number, a master number. In the Mayan system, the 11th day is powered, guided by itself, as it says. So it's a double eagle energy we will have on that day, in that really close to the core wave of Chikchan, the celestial snake, which is directly connected with our primordial life energy. That wave we are in right now, which we are at the peak of, actually on day 7. The Mayans also think of time as moving in waves, and the 7th day is the top of the pyramid, where we are closest to the stars. Thank you for joining and listening, and just see, I will have another one out probably today or tomorrow, more about the comet and the amazing astrological connections there. So stay tuned. Thank you. Love you all. Okay. See you later.